Today's a big day because there was an announcement this morning, or actually last night, that the Gang of 8 or Gang of 6 senators have announced a platform for comprehensive immigration reform. And my sense from reading the document and kind of reading the stuff that has come out is this is not really a town hall kind of meeting. This isn't a meeting in which Representative Barber is coming to hear from the community as much as to share with the community the findings of the GAO. And they did a substantial amount of research on here. And they basically came up, and I'm sure you'll go through it, but they came up with 2 recommendations. First of all, the Border Patrol changed its goal back in 2010. Up from 2004 to 2010, the goal was to have operational control of the border. Then it's changed to having a secure border. And both of those are moving targets. My concern, obviously opinion, my concern is that the secure border is can be even a harder target to hit as opposed to saying operational control. But at any rate, that's part of what's going on within the Border Patrol. They've changed from a strategy beginning in 2004, and a plan from 2004 that was focused on more resources to have operational control, to now it's looking at more of a risk-based management of the border. Not so much looking for, according to the report, looking for more resources as opposed to looking at how to deploy the resources that exist.
Can I just read that?
Sure.
This is their recommendation, like a little summary, and then this page says what it found. Like I didn't look at the whole thing, but it just says, okay, the GAO recommends that the CBP ensure Border Patrol develops milestones and time frames for developing border security goals and measures to assess progress. So that was what they found, that there will be these goals and measures that from 2012 to 2016 they'll make these goals and measures, and then they could measure their progress, whether we have a secure border or not. Is that, do you think that's in a nutshell?
Yeah.
Yeah,
does that make any sense?
Yeah.
So, one of my thoughts was for us to present a letter to Representative Barber tonight and to request a separate meeting with him, so that when he's in Douglas, he doesn't, one of the concerns we expressed to him when we were in Washington in December was that he comes to Douglas and he visits the Border Patrol and he visits a handful of ranchers. And that's his constituency here in Douglas around issues of border. And so what I would hope is that maybe we can present a joint letter saying, thank you for coming, thank you for giving the briefing, and we know that there won't be adequate time to have a conversation around our concerns and our hopes for the border. Would you, and we request that you come back and have a meeting with us separately.
My next question has to do with public input. How do you plan to expand input beyond a few ranchers? We need to provide the Hispanic community the same opportunity given to a few ranchers. Now, let me speak to it generally, and then you may want to speak to it specifically for this project. My office is wide open in terms of interest to hear from everybody that has any issue, but particularly as it relates to the issue of border security and where we go from here. I will be down here in Cochise County as often as my schedule will allow, and I will be having Congressman Ron Barber events. I will have be glad, I should say, to set up meetings with any group of people in the community that are interested in this issue. And so you can be assured that if you have an interest, you can sit down and let me know what you think and what you think the answer should be. Let me just let you know who is here from my staff, so that if you're interested in having a meeting about this issue and you don't feel you've had an opportunity to be heard, I want to make sure you know Jessica Floyd. If you could just raise your hand, Jessica is my district director. And where is Shay? Shay Saucedo, who staffs manages our Sierra Vista office. And she's my eyes and ears on the ground here when I'm not able to come to the district. And standing at the door is our newest staff member down here, Alicia Nash, who is in the Sierra Vista office. So before you leave tonight, Wendy Erica Weirden is my outreach director. Wendy, Erica, and Jessica are stationed in my Tucson office. And as I say, if you want to set up a meeting with me, they may be the best people to talk to before you leave tonight. So we've got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to try to get through every single question that's remaining. We have about 3 or 4 left. But did you want to speak to this since it was a study related to the border? Yeah.
Thank you for the question. The 13 ranchers that we spoke with, again, were not intended to be a representative sample. We wanted to get some perspective from the community, which is why we reached out to those ranchers. But again, it was not intended to be a representative sample of community views on the issue.
And I said, you know, some of your
was saying that we'll do this, this, and this contingent on border security. My sense is that you can't have border security without having All right, you have a lot of people to talk to.
Hard to know.
Excuse me.
I'll talk to you. So that's kind of...
Yes, guys.
Can you give me a synopsis, because I couldn't hear a word of that?
This guy with the camera wants to talk to you. Yes.
Okay.
I'll just follow you around.
No,
go ahead.
Synopsis, Representative Barber says he's committed to working toward immigration reform because you can't wait for border security to happen, but he's got to do immigration reform, and immigration reform is part of making a secure border. And so that was, for me, a positive piece.
Did you get a meeting with
Yes, we gave our letter, and he said that he's going to check his schedule and get back to us as soon as he's back in the area to set up a meeting. So we'll keep sending the things out.
Well, and